My name is Anam Qureshi and I tattoo out of Montreal, Canada. Black and gray realism is my favorite style of tattooing. I do mostly black and gray realism, like portraits and things like this. I prefer tattooing in black and gray because I think it looks classic, it ages well. There's nothing about it that I don't like. I think in black and gray, for me anyways, I'm able to achieve like a softness to it that kind of heals well on skin. We have to remember that we're working on skin and not a white canvas or a piece of paper or something. So there's something about it that holds up really nice over the years, and it just seems to get better as time goes on. References for tattoos are probably the funniest part of my job. Like the piece with Megan Jean Morris, I had to look at porn for like 4.5 hours to find this picture. Which is kind of, it's funny that this is my job, you know? So sometimes, you know, you gotta go the extra mile for those pictures, man. That's probably the best description of like reference searching that I've ever done. Three of my favorite tattoos that I have done, I'd say the first one that's complete would definitely have to be a big side panel Ray Charles portrait that I did. I really enjoyed it because the photo just has so much dynamic in it and texture and just cool lighting, and just being on a large scale, I was able to really retrieve all of what was in the photo and put it into a tattoo, where sometimes on a smaller scale, you have to kind of eliminate stuff and consider healing and all of that stuff and for it to age well, but on a larger scale, it's just awesome. You can kind of go wild with it. There's another project that I'm working on now that's also a huge portrait of Danny Trejo. He's just badass. He's like the coolest person in the world. So that just makes it awesome on its own. And then he's got all this texture and pores and like so much coolness in his face that like, it's like a portrait heavenly project to do, you know? Yeah, I did this really, this sleeve that I was really happy with. It was kind of like a montage of several images. There's a SWAT guy, a gas mask dude, and like some teeth. There's like all kinds of really cool stuff happening in it, but the contrast is really great. And I think it makes for a really emotional piece when you look at the whole arm instead of just each aspect of it, you know? So that would probably have to be one of my favorites as well. You can get an appointment with me through email is the best, or you can reach me on my Instagram, which is tattoos_by_Anam. I think to better your chances of getting tattooed by me, yeah, definitely like some creative freedom. If you let me do what I want to do, I'll be pretty stoked. But I don't like too much freedom in the sense of like, do whatever you want, because then I start to get like major anxiety and like sweat and stuff, and I have to like use my brain a lot and think of things. And just as an artist in general, like pressured to create is not always the best either, right? Like you want to do a painting and stuff, you gotta feel it, right? So if someone's like forcing you to feel something, that doesn't work either. But just like some guidelines, enough for me to be able to kind of understand what the overall idea is or goal, and then just be able to choose like the best possible photo and know that I can kind of know where I want to go with it, you know? When someone sends you a picture that they really want and they're too animate about it, it's kind of a buzzkill, you know? You want to be able to put your twist on whatever it is you're doing so you can really get into it, right? We're not photocopy machines, so even though we're doing stuff that's realistic and should be as true as possible to the original image, I think there's still like a flair that needs to come into that picture that has your name on it. My name is Anam, and thank you for checking out my portfolio. Did that make sense? Did I go off on a different rant? I'm not sure if I answered that question.
That was good.
Okay. I have to remember what I said now. Looking at porn and stuff like that. We don't want to talk about how I felt afterwards either. It's probably inappropriate. One of those moments, you know, you're sitting on the couch and kind of happy that no one's around. And white, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna be racist for a second. The whiter the better. You're telling me no one's ever said that? It's bad, I'm brown, so I totally understand. Dad pops in, you close the computer real fast. That's how everyone does it, right?